How much sexier do you want to get than this? There's nothing like a beautifully flamed maple top, especially when it's natural and you can see all of the wood grain. Except, what happens when your guitar looks like this, but inside it says it's this color? That's right, you heard it right. This 1991 PRS Signature originally came in black cherry. When I saw this guitar on Reverb, I was completely confused because I had never seen a natural Signature, which, if you don't know what the PRS Signature is, it was their first limited edition run. They only made 1,000 of them. They started around 1986. The idea was it's an 11 top. So before they had the wood library, the private stock, any of that, there was the PRS Signature, which was supposed to basically represent the very, very, very best of PRS. And this is number 961. And one of the cool things about this guitar is, rather than having a decal, it has Paul Reed Smith's actual signature on the headstock of each one of these. So Paul pretty much selected all the woods and made sure that these were the best of the best. If you've watched my channel at all, which I hope you have, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please go down and subscribe because I appreciate all of you. And at the time of filming this, we are almost at 10,000 subscribers. And by we, I mean me. And I thank you guys. I truly thank you guys. You guys have been asking for this video because I've gone through my collection a few times and I've never done a full video on the Captain, which is what I've named this guitar. Here's the story. When I saw this 1991 PRS Signature, I was completely confused because the first thing is the Custom 24s, or this style guitar from PRS, did not come with covered pickups, which made me very nervous because I don't want any guitar that's not stock. And then secondly, on the paperwork as ordered from Paul Reed Smith, it said that this guitar, number 961, black cherry. This is a black cherry PRS. From 1988, so even older than this. So what the hell happened? Hey man, not a scientist or anything, but was this guitar refinished? No, it absolutely was not refinished. Did you change the pickups on it? My dad sent it back to PRS. He didn't like the pickups on it. They changed them for him. So these pickups are from PRS. Interesting. What I found out was that the first owner was a seaboat captain, and this guitar went with him out to sea. The only thing that I could surmise, because she said my dad did not get this guitar refinished, was that this guitar, if it wasn't refinished, had to have been in the light 24 hours of the day in Alaska for like 10 years to get this sun bleached. I bought this guitar for a price I thought was fair, even if it was refinished, and even if the pickups were Seymour Duncans. And I really wanted to get a PRS Signature because, well, they're the first limited edition from Paul Reed Smith, and some of the coolest guitars. Brazilian rosewood fretboard. It's got Paul's signature, and it's the 11 top. This was chosen by Mr. Smith himself to be the best of the best to represent his company. I had posted a few reels online, which, by the way, let me explain to you guys how reels work. They are a minute or less videos cut in a crazy format. So 9:16 aspect ratio. So imagine taking your big screen TV, turning it sideways like your phone. If you're not watching the full video, don't be like, why didn't you play it? Just go back to my site, neuroticguitarist.com, and just look. Now let's get back to the guitar. I opened it up out of the case. I took the pickups out, and inside it says black cherry. But I look on the back of these, they are the PRS number 9 pickups. I talked to Paul Reed Smith himself. I asked him, I said, what the hell are these PRS number 9s? And apparently between 1 and 13, PRS had this whole series of tests. Only a few of these series came out in normal production models. So for example, the PRS number 7s were really popular. I had them in one of my single cuts a while ago. They sounded great. What I was told is that these PRS number 9s, a little bit less high-end, trying to get a little bit more of a classic PAF voicing. That makes sense that he sent it back to PRS, because in the case is the HFS lead pickup and the vintage bass, which would have come stock in 1991 in this guitar. Sent it back to PRS, said, give me something more PAF sounding. I'm gonna surmise. And they gave him the number 9s. They said, you're gonna get something special. Nobody has these. sent him back, and the captain was happy. So what the hell happened? This guy literally had the red absorbed right out of this guitar. It's the coolest thing ever. If it was refinished, I would have been annoyed because I don't want a refinished guitar. But the fact that this guy was a captain of a ship, changed the pickups, but was smart enough to send it back to Paul Reed Smith to get these super rare pickups and keep the original pickups, and then have it over time because he was at sea so much, turn this color, totally corroborates what his daughter, because the captain passed, she sold it after he left this world, and I say, cheers, Captain, thank you, I will take care of your instrument, and I appreciate you and all that you've done. In the name of the captain, I've come up with a term called the reverse burst. When you have a guitar like this, that starts off with a color like this, and then sits so long in the sun that you basically have little flecks of the original color, so it's almost like it's trying to burst and seam out of it and just ooze. PRS makes some of the most consistent guitars on the market, but a lot of them fade all the time. You see people complaining that they change colors, especially the blacks and the blues. Like this was a very dark blue, and as you can see, it's from 1986. It's much lighter. It's kind of got this grayish color to it. That's because they fade. This is sun bleach madness. And I say, let's get it on my bench. And by bench, I mean my piano bench. And I'm gonna change the strings, take out the freaking pickups, and I'm gonna show you for all you guys like, dude, I don't believe you, man. That doesn't make any sense, dude. There's no way. Okay, moment of truth, guys. Holy crap, look at that. As you can see, it's the PRS number 9 bass. And look at the inside of this cavity. There is no question that this just faded. That's the color, guys. That's the color that this guitar was. And now it is a strawberry reverse burst. Let's put this back in. Let's get her strung up and let's see what she sounds like. We got a 5-way selector here, and we have the sweet switch instead of the tone knob, which, as you guys may or may not know, I love the sweet switch because I don't really use the tone knob, but I will use the sweet switch because, you know, it's up or down. On the lead, PRS number 9 treble. Number 2. Fourth position. Clearly 2 and 4 are split. Neck humbucker. Now I'm interested, to give you an idea without the sweet switch. The sweet switch was supposed to be the equivalent of using a long 25-foot braided cable, just like Jimi Hendrix. That was part of the secret to Jimi Hendrix's tone, supposedly, was the type of cables he was using, and the length of cable gave a certain degradation to the signal, hence the sweet switch. Back to fourth. Split, clearly. without the sweet switch. A little bit thicker. Third, without the sweet switch. With the sweet switch. Now back to the second position. You'll really notice a huge difference on like the lead and rhythm pickups in particular. So on the lead pickup, almost a little bit of a rounder sound. Sweet switch engaged, PRS number 9 treble, first position, going through my angle gig master third. Wow. A lot of definition. It kind of sounds like a super hot rodded, like a 9 output double white PAF. It has that feel. All right, second position, which we know is split. All right, third position. All right, fourth position. Which we obviously know is split. And last rhythm. All right, I have engaged my Boss RB3 vintage reverb delay pedal. Let's see what it sounds like. What can I say? People complain all the time about their PRSs fading, but in this case, it's turned into something that truly is an 11. Why don't you smash that subscribe button already?